What's going on YouTube? First off, please excuse the background. I am at my girl's house and she's doing like a bunch of projects and things with flowers. But anyways, I've had a few issues with the Xreal beam since I've had it, and some of them haven't been rectified yet. And today I wanted to take the time to give you guys some of the solutions to a few common problems that people are having. I actually experienced one of them last night. So with that being said, this is the first problem. Oh, actually, first off, this is a 3D printed case for the Xreal beam that I 3D printed. I received this comment in one of my previous video, and actually my last video, and the person said he has never had received a giveaway. So I decided that I'm gonna start doing giveaways in my YouTube videos, and I'm probably gonna start with him. But I'm gonna I don't really I have a lot of AR glasses or XR glasses that I would like to give away. Some of them I just can't give away just yet, because whenever a new product comes out, I have to compare the old one versus the new one on which one is the old one versus the new one on what's different and if it's worth the upgrade. But anyways, so I can't do a giveaway on those glasses, but in the future I'll be able to give away any of those glasses or the older ones or any of the tech that I've reviewed. And one of the other giveaways that I would like to do is probably a case for the Xreal Beam Pro. So if you would like some of these 3D printed case, which is a TPU, it's very nice. It's rubber and it fits perfectly, although I had to cut this and make it a little bit bigger, that way my thumb can fit it properly. But if you would like a giveaway, just watch my channel and make comments, and one day I will do a random giveaway, and hopefully I can give away tech products, 3D printed items, backpacks, shirts, and stuff like that that I received from some of these companies. But yeah, with that being said, the first problem we're gonna talk about is when the Beam Pro dies and not come back on. So last night I fell asleep watching a movie on my Beam Pro. I was watching this, actually it was a show called Humans on Prime, and I fell asleep watching a movie, which is pretty typical. I pretty much watch a movie or something like that every night, and the battery died. So when I woke up this morning, I plugged it in to charge it, and I left it there, came back about 6 hours later, the Beam Pro was still dead. I tried a bunch of different cables and it just would not come back on. I tried to press and hold it and it just wouldn't work. And then I remembered that this is a common issue, and to fix it, all you have to do is you press the power down button. You press the power button and the volume up button. You press and hold it till you feel a vibration. So once you feel the vibration, this thing is gonna come up. You see the part that says system, the reboot system now. You're gonna click on the power button, which is the enter. You can pretty much scroll through all this using the up and down, which you can use to scroll. But if you're just needing to reboot the system itself, once this reboot system comes on, you just press this button right here, which is the power, and that would start the Beam Pro. So if you have that issue where the Beam Pro would just not come on, try that and that should work. Now the Beam Pro is back on. As you guys can see, I never actually changed the background because I really do like the background. The next common problem that I often get is when I'm watching a movie or a show or something, the volume, and I'm pressing the volume button on the Beam Pro itself, it stops working, or it wouldn't work at all. I keep trying to press up and down, but the volume would just not change. The quick fix for that is to use accessibility settings, which is this right here. You're gonna go down here and press volume up. As you guys can see, it's changing. Volume down, it's changing. You can also use this to turn the brightness down or make it brighter. Now, that's the benefit of having the accessibility button. Another use case for having the accessibility button is whenever you are using the AR mode, you can't just swipe down. I've talked about this in one of my previous videos, but using the accessibility button right here actually allows you to bring down the buttons. So you can actually use it to bring down, because you're not going to be able to do a swipe gesture when you are in AR mode. But with this button right here, you can easily bring it up. Now, if you didn't watch my previous videos and you don't know how to bring this up, all you have to do is go into your accessibility settings in your Android. So go to your settings and you're gonna type in accessibility. I'm gonna go into accessibility right here, and you're gonna go down to accessibility menu, and you're gonna turn on this shortcut right here. And once you turn it on, you can choose the option to have it open right here, a button, which is what I prefer, instead of having to press down the volume. And then you can go to more options. You can choose the size, and you can choose the transparency mode. So the less transparent it is, the easier it is to see it. However, if you're doing screen recording and screenshots, it's gonna show. So I like to keep mine at just barely being able to see it. But so yeah, I like it right there because I can still see it, but it's not distracting. And this thing right here is called fade when not in use. For example, if I'm using it, you see it turns bright, and when I stop using it, it fades away, which is nice to have. And then you can make it larger or smaller. I prefer small. And once again, you can use a button or you can use a gesture. You can also you can move it up and down and move it left and right. This is what I was talking about earlier. You can't swipe down. However, you can use this right here to easily bring up your buttons. So if you want to turn on Bluetooth, turn off Bluetooth, change Wi-Fi, or go into quick settings, you can easily use this right here instead of having to. The only other option would be to click on this right here, which would then take you home, and then you can swipe. But I just prefer to have this. And also this button allows you to quickly and easily use one-handed mode. The second problem and solution is if you plan on walking with your glasses on around the house, or maybe outside for just around your house or something like that, and you notice that the pointer keeps showing up and it keeps showing do not show again, and you keep clicking it and it just keeps popping up, press this button right here, this anti-miss touch. When you press this button right here, it's basically gonna allow you to be able to put it in your pocket without the pointer coming up and distracting you. Every now and then it still might come up, but it's very, I won't say very rare, but the likelihood of it coming up is just gonna be completely minimized. And then you're not gonna be getting those annoying messages about something blah blah. So, and when it comes time to use it, you can just press and hold it. This would also dim your your display down to the minimum to save you battery, instead of this right here constantly showing. Whenever you have anything white on your screen, it's gonna consume more battery because it's light that has to power those white things, which also means that if you want to save battery life on your device, change your background to something darker. The more white you have a background, the more power it's gonna consume. I personally prefer this background, which is why I chose it. You can also have a battery saver mode, but when you have battery saver mode, your Beam Pro is gonna significantly slow down, especially when using it in AR mode. Another tip is, if you find that your display is too bright, you can always use this feature right here called Extra Dim. Extra Dim will put your Beam Pro lower. Whenever you turn the brightness down, it will make it go even lower. So right now you have brightness at 0, right? This is the brightness. But if you have Extra Beam off, it's a bit brighter. But Extra Beam, it turns it down just a bit more. So that is another option. Now you also want to turn on Extra Beam before you plug your glasses in, because if you plug your glasses in and you turn your Extra Beam, it's just gonna freeze on itself, which is pretty annoying. I don't know why the Beam does that, but it does that. Another tip, this is a bonus that I actually use. I've mentioned this in my previous video, but figured I could say it again. If you like watching movies from other countries, or you want to hide your location, for example, Netflix Prime would have movies that are not available in the United States, which doesn't make sense, but it's available in other countries like Canada or UK. You can just go into your, if you have one of these things like, I forgot what they call. Damn, I forgot what they call. But I have Surfshark, right? And this can change my location. As you guys can see, I can use any one of these countries. As you guys can see there, these are some places that I often use. Thailand. This is when I'm trying to buy plane tickets or something. I will change my location to Thailand, and all the prices will be cheaper. So that is a trick right there. You can also use it to browse movies and stuff there's in other countries. The other one, this last one, is not really a tip, but it is something that I figured it seems like a lot of people don't know. The Beam Pro is a full Android device. It's basically a phone. The only thing it does not have is a SIM card tray. If you don't have the 5G, if you have the 5G, then you have a SIM card, which means that you can completely replace your phone with it. But if you don't have the 5G version, which this is not a 5G version, you can still make calls on this. I use Google's Voice to make calls. As long as you have Wi-Fi or some form of internet, you can use Voice to make calls. And you can get a free number from Google. So that is something to have. If you would like to watch certain 3D movies that does not play on the Nebula, you can always use Viva Video. It would play, VLC player, it would play videos. Viva Video is a video editing software app that you can also use. But that is pretty much all the tips and tricks or problems and solutions that I can think of for now. If you have any problem and solution that I didn't mention but you think would help someone else, put it down in the comment section. That way, if there's somebody looking for help, they can easily go in there and read whatever the comment is to help themselves out. Oh, I want to talk about one more thing. So if there is a particular software update that is causing problems and you don't want to download it, or you just don't want to upgrade, because not every software update tends to be good. Sometimes there are some software update that will come on that you just don't want it and you rather not have it. You can prevent it from doing software update by going here and pressing it multiple times. So now you have a developer option open. You see this part that says OTA. You can use your Google or some Google Lens to translate it, but basically it's over the air update. If you don't want it to update, you can just turn it on and it will prevent the Beam Pro from updating as long as you're satisfied with the way your device works. But that also means that you're not going to be able to get future software update and future features that could potentially make the device better. But I tend to leave mine on because I want to know what the updates are. That way I can tell you guys if it's worth it or not. But yeah, so that is pretty much all I have today for you guys. It was just a quick video. Once again, if you would like to have a giveaway in the future, comment, and obviously you want to be subscribed, but you make a comment and one day I will randomly select a person. And especially when I notice somebody makes comments on my videos, there's a few people that I have in mind that I've actually noticed make comments on pretty much all my videos. For example, let me go here. Let me go to my notifications. So if I go into here, let's say, I don't know what this is, but let's just say this person, right? And I clicked on them. This user, I don't know how to do that. See, it shows one comment on this channel, which means that this is the first time this person has ever commented on my channel. let's go back to this right here. Where, see, as you guys can see, I'm also pretty good at, if I see it, even though this video was posted a very, very long time ago, this person made a comment yesterday and I replied yesterday as well. So if I see the comment, I would reply. If I don't see it, I probably would not reply, or if I'm busy. But if you have any questions on any one of my videos, I make videos on not just glasses. I make videos on just about everything, really. Anything battery operated or related. I make videos on e-bikes. So if you have questions and regarding any of those, just make a comment. And okay, for example, this is the video that I was talking about where somebody made a comment, right? It says, hey, caller, I made it this far, because I mentioned something in the video, and he said, I've never received a giveaway before, so it would be nice if you could pick me. I am definitely gonna pick this guy in something. I don't know what it is that I'm gonna send him, but I'm definitely gonna send him this, because this is what made me realize I should start doing a giveaway on my channel. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Once again, if you have any tips for other people, or if you have any questions in regards to your Xreal glasses, it doesn't have to be Xreal, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.